All right, gangsters, in this video, I'm going to explain how you can use retargeting ads as a part of your strategy to literally 6x the number of calls that you're booking. And I will show you where I'm getting that number from in a second. So first things first, what I want to talk about. Where the heck, actually, let me talk about this. We're going to talk about the mistake that most people make, right? With their ads and what they're doing, right? And their whole strategy. So we're going to talk about the number one mistake people are making when they're running ads. Number two, we're going to talk about what to do instead, and I'm going to break down exactly how to do these retargeting ads. And then number three, I'm going to really dive into where this fits into a bigger picture strategy, okay? So let's rock and roll. Number one, I want to cover the mistake that a lot of people are making. So first of all, if you're not running ads, then you're making all the mistakes, right? I don't know what to tell you. DM us to help you run some ads or something. But anyways, let's just say you are running ads and you're running top of funnel ads. It can be follow ads, it can be DM ads, whatever it is, right? What's happening when you do that is you are running ads, and typically you're going right here to chats and you're having a conversation. And what's going to happen, ideally, is that they go from a chat and they book a call with you, right? But sometimes they don't book a call with you. And then you know what happens? You guys forget about that person. You just forget about them. And then you do this. You go to the next person that came in from an ad and you start a chat and hopefully they book a call. And you just keep repeating. But here's the problem with this. Here's the massive mistake. Let me do this little diagram for you. There's a diagram I got from a guy named Dean Jackson. These are the people that come in your world, right? 50% of these people, depending on your lead quality, but 50%, right? Let's say of the ideal ones, 50%, they're never going to buy. They're never going to buy, right? The other 50% will buy from you at some point. But here's the interesting part about this 50% down here, right? This little sliver here, this is 15%. Like consider this whole space is 100, right? This is 15%. This here is 85%. You know what these numbers represent? 15% of these people will buy right now, and that's the people you guys are focusing on. But you're missing the other 85% who will buy after 90 days, right? When they say the fortune's in the follow-up, that's what it is. So that's the mistake that people are making. Like some people are running top of funnel ads, but their middle of funnel is trash. They have no middle of funnel, right? And by middle of funnel, I mean your feed content that's nurturing people, your story content that's nurturing people, giving people proof that you are who you say you are, that you can help people get results, showing people day in the life, like, who you are outside of your feed, your polished feed content, right? Your YouTube channel, right? Your YouTube strategy, retargeting ads. No, like some people, you are just like you just don't have a middle of funnel. You're just like, let me run an ad, right? And then just let me start a conversation. Hopefully it books a call. And if it doesn't, you're wasting 85% of the effectiveness of your leads, right? So anyways, that's the mistake. Now, what we're going to zoom on in this video is we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about retargeting ads. Basically, these are a piece of your middle of funnel warm up, okay? Because what's going to happen when you run ads, they're cold leads. They have no idea who you are. You have to warm them up, right? That's the only way they're going to become a hot lead, which is someone who's literally getting on the phone with you, right? So yeah, you got to warm them up, and retargeting ads is one of the ways to do this. So this is where it fits in your process. It's part of your lead nurture, right? It's part of your middle of funnel warm up, right? We call this like the content ecosystem here, content flywheel. So anyways, we're zooming into this. So here's an example, right? There's many different kinds of retargeting ads you can run. There's so many different kinds of retargeting ads you can run. You can run middle of funnel retargeting ads, bottom of funnel retargeting ads, like tons of stuff. But here's an example for like a middle of funnel retargeting ad. Here's the syntax, okay? Number one, call out your avatar. For me, it's coaches. For you, it might be perimenopausal women, dads 40 plus, whatever it is. Your avatar, right? So know your niche. Make sure you got a profitable niche. Your messaging is good, because if that sucks, then your ads aren't going to work. So anyways, foundations. So call out your avatar, promise a benefit, right? I'm still chuckling at this because I'm like, wow, I wish this was an updated ad because our Stripe screenshots look better. But anyways, this was a while back. Get the IG ad script we use to do 116K in 3 months, right? Yeah, you want the ad script that made us more than 6 figures? Here it is. It's on this thumb drive, right? So that's the benefit. Number 3, make a CTA. Why? Because you need them to comment a code word. You need to be able to send them the resource, right? And what that's going to allow you to do is start conversations. And then the fourth thing is you have some proof. Like back up what you're saying. If you're a fitness coach, now maybe you don't do before and afters because those can get you rejected on your ads sometimes. Maybe it's a trainerized weight graph going down or something, but have proof that backs up what you're seeing in the ad. If this is a fat loss guide that will help you lose 30 pounds in 90 days, that's probably too crazy. Is that too crazy? Yeah, that's a little aggressive, but whatever. 30 pounds in 90 days, sure. Depending on how heavy the person is to start. If that was me, I wouldn't exist, but 30 pounds in 90 days, right? And then you can have a little, proof screenshot of trainerized graph going down from one of your clients. But anyways, call out your avatar, promise a benefit, get them to message you a code word, have proof so that people know you're not playing around. And then bonus points, number 5, if you can do something that's like unique and creates curiosity. This thumb drive did it for me in this one. So that's an example of, a good solid retargeting ad, right? Now, I'm going to go back to this because I want to talk about where does this fit in your funnel, right? Ideally, what's happening is, people are coming in through the top of funnel ads, right? You've got some great top of funnel ads. You're rocking. You're getting 50 to 100 new followers a day or more, right? From your top of funnel stuff. And then you have the, middle of funnel stuff that's warming people up. One of those things is the retargeting ads. And what's going to happen is they're going to DM you for the resource. Next thing you know, you're in a conversation. You're going to try to book onto a call, right? So remember, these people, think about what has happened here, right? You probably already ran this ad, tried to do this, but they didn't get to a call, right? So now you're going again where they come from here. You're having a chat. You're restarting the chat. You're following up, except for it's automatic follow-up because ads, you don't have to do a lot of work. You just set it. Well, it's like a crock pot. You set it, forget it. You know what I mean? Not 100%, but you get the point. So retargeting ads, then they DM you again, and then hopefully you get them to a call. If they don't get to a call, though, guess what? If you're ninja about it, you'll have a retargeting ad, and when you DM them the resource, it's a resource that's on YouTube, right? Next thing you know, what happens is people go to YouTube. So, for example, I'll show you. So when people DM me and they say, I want your diamond resource. Obviously, I couldn't put this on this. The diamond resource is this, right? This ad made us $22,667 last week, right? So we sent them here. But guess what happens when they come here to our YouTube? Well, they're like, oh, she's helped this anxiety coach get to $54K a month, this mindset and performance coach, this running coach, and this career coach, and then they just go through all these content and value, and they, maybe they go on our playlists or whatever, and they see, testimonials. Oops. All right, so we've got playlist. Anyways, you get the drift there on the, let me just see, view full playlist. Yeah, they start going through this, right? Start scrolling down the testimonials playlist, right? Maybe they watch our VSL on our channel. But the point is, they spend time with us, right? They spend lots of time with us. And what does that do? It warms them up, right? It's a whole middle of funnel strategy. So anyways, that's kind of where this fits into the bigger picture strategy. But you get the point is a lot of these people up here, they're too cold, right? They're not just going to go straight to a call with you. And that's why just a lot of people don't have their middle of funnel shit together, right? It's they don't really have a great strategy or volume of the feed content they're putting out, and they're not doing the story thing, and they have zero YouTube strategy. They're not running middle of funnel, bottom of funnel retargeting ads, things like that. And that's why they're not getting as much as they could out of the ad spend that they're spending. So anyways, that's it. Hopefully this was helpful. Lots of love. As a side quest, if you want help with this stuff, chances are high, we could probably help you scale up. We got lots of coaches doing, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70K a month. So yeah, we could probably help you scale up. Because there is I know this looks simple when you look at it, but there's lots of stuff in here. There's lots of question marks. That's why we help people. That's why we have a coaching business. Helping you get clear on your messaging, on the ads, on what KPIs you should be doing, how to track all this stuff, knowing what levers to pull, which team members to hire, when to hire them, all that stuff. So anyways, if that sounds interesting, I'm going to drop a link below this video. Yeah, if you want to scale, I'll put it this way, if you're an online coach, you're already at 5K per month and you want to scale to, I would say, at least 20, if not 50 or $100,000 a month, then if you kind of like us and you like the content and you think that maybe we could help, click the link below. Would love to have a combo with you and see if we can. Best case scenario, you make a lot more money, you help a lot more people, you have a lot more freedom, and we work together. And worst case scenario is, we map out a strategy and you leave with value anyways. So there's really no losing. basically a win-win. So anyways, that sounds like a plan. Click the link below. That's all I got. Lots of love. I'll catch you in the next video. Okay, bye.